Tiges the winemaker here, and we're making this video to feature day one of the harvesting in Burgundy. If you like these videos, guys, smash the like button and also subscribe, would be a huge help. The next video that we're about to be releasing will be Pommard, so stay tuned. If you have any questions about winemaking in general, or about Burgundy, or about overseas vintages, just hit us up in the comment section below. So with this harvesting, we're in Saint Aubin, which is Premier Cru Chardonnay vineyard. So for those of you that don't know Saint Aubin, it's right next to Puligny-Montrachet, Chassagne-Montrachet, and Meursault is a little further to the north. So those three areas that I've just mentioned are the benchmark for Chardonnay worldwide. They can command pretty high prices, and rightly so, because they're very high quality wines. If you go to somewhere like Saint Aubin, the very similar soil profiles, the climate's very similar, but they don't have the same profile, so you can get a stunning wine at a fraction of the price. So the first day of harvest in Burgundy with Domaine Lucien Fanny Rocault is with Premier Cru Saint Aubin. So it's a family affair. There's brothers, sisters, cousins all coming in to help out with their hand picking of the Chardonnay block. So it's a bit of fun as well. There's like the family's helping out. At morning tea, there's wine to drink, there's cheese, salami, bread, and there's the wine we're drinking while we're working is Aligotti, which is a local white grape variety. And the locals here, they call it Burgundian coffee. They like to have a little drink of this before they get going in the morning, and it makes the day more fun. So Lucien's philosophy in the vineyard and in the winery is a minimal intervention approach. So in the vineyard he uses organic practices. So Lucien Rocault has inherited his vineyards, but he's gone on and built the winery himself from scratch. So it's an upstart winery. You can see the traditional techniques involved. There's a horizontal basket Vaslin press, which we're using, and also open variable capacity tanks, and then smaller oak for the fermentations. So the Chardonnay is all hand-picked and transported up to the winery, and from there the whole bunches are put into the Vaslin horizontal basket press and pressed out in an oxidative manner. This oxidative process helps to minimise browning later on. A little browning in the juice at the start's great, but you don't want any browning in the wine later on in the process. There's no additions made to the juice except for a little bit of sulphur. So Lucien, he's not using tartaric acid, he's not adding sugar, he's not adding enzymes, he's not adding yeast, so it's all back to basics, minimal intervention winemaking. So once the Chardonnay juice is pressed out, it's pumped to a tank and it's left to settle for about 2 or 3 days. What happens here is the sediments, they'll fall to the bottom of the tank, and then what we do is pump the clear juice off to a separate stainless steel tank where the fermentation begins. Once that fermentation starts, and then we move the juice down into the barrels where the Chardonnay finishes off its fermentation.
Are you ready?
Yeah, so 5 racks, so this will come down in once.
The first grape!
There it is. So in this video you can see the families helping out throughout the day, out there with the hand harvesting, and then the crew comes back to the winery to help out with the crushing and the pressing and a bit of a tidy up at the end. Also we have a few beers at the end, which is nice, and it's a good way to cap off the day. So here I have a bottle of the Domaine Lucien Rocault 2015 Saint Aubin Premier Cru Chardonnay. So keep an eye out for this one, guys. It's an absolute cracker. Yeah, so we want to say thank you to Lucien and his family for their amazing hospitality, and also for letting us help out with the vintage. Cheers, guys.